Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I will be reading a multi-character listener by me. So let's get into it. Kokushibo. Kokushibo never expected to be in a situation like this, or see anything as scary as this happen to someone he loves. The thing is, he never really expected to see this coming at all. The two of you were quite busy, and in quite a hurry too. You were overexcited as usual whenever you had a party, and you could not blame you. This one was very special, and he wanted you to look your best because you seemed to be so excited about it. The two of you had went shopping beforehand, and you had made him help you pick the perfect dress, and he even helped you when you did your makeup. He wasn't really good at it, but at the very least, he managed to help with the feedback, and you were more than happy about that. But he never expected that a day so bright, a day so full of love and excitement and happiness could turn into something so dark and scary. It was only when he heard you fall that he realized nothing could ever be for certain. Nothing should ever be taken for granted. He knows this. He had to learn the hard way, and yet, it seems like he had to see it just happen again, for the lesson to be remembered once more. Lion, Lion, wake up. Come on, don't you do this to me, he said, shaking you gently, trying to wake you up. But then he felt more fearful with every second that passed, immediately picking you up in his arms and running as fast as he can to the nearest doctors. He didn't know what to do about this. He didn't know he would even come out of this okay. The most he could hope for was that you would just need a short amount of time to recover, that you'd wake up again, be able to smile and laugh, and that nothing terrible would have happened. But that was only hope. He didn't know what would happen in reality, and you could only keep on hoping. And it's only 3 days later that you wake up, and Kokushibo is startled by your hand moving as he was holding it in his sleep. And he looked at you, staring for a moment in disbelief, before he just smiled in relief, hugging you tightly, and then pulling away immediately. He had realized he's been hugging you too tight, and you were probably hurting as well. Leon, are you okay, my darling? Is everything alright? You nodded, a little bit too tired to speak. But then, as he squeezed his hand gently, you tried to speak once again. I love you, he whispered, because to you, seeing how worried and scared he is right now, those words felt like the most important ones to say. And you were right. They soothed his heart. They made him feel at peace. Because he had you back. You were okay. You were alive. And you were back to him. And he would do anything just to take care of you and make sure this never happens again. Muichiro. Muichiro has seen many horrible things, but he thought those days of horror and fear were way behind him, that there would be no return of them. The two of you were now married. The two of you were together and were staying this way. And no force in the world could separate you. So, he never really considered the fact that something dangerous could happen. Not when he did his best to protect you. Not when you were safe. Not when you were happy together, with no worries plaguing your mind. He did not expect such a thing, as silly as some stairs, to almost put an end to your life. But so was the truth. That was what happened. You were walking down the stairs and running down them with some mirth in your step. You were too happy about something, too excited, and Muichiro could only look as you slipped. He had only caught you halfway, but your head had already hit some stairs, and you had already passed out. His hands were trembling. He only knew that a little bit too late. And his eyes, he didn't know why they were so blurry, why his cheeks felt so warm, until he realized the tears streaming down them. He was crying. He couldn't do that. You weren't dead. He had no right to act like you were. So with that, he picked you up in his arms and held you close to his chest. Stay with me, Wayan. You can do this. I believe in you. Come on, he said. And had you been awake, you would have trusted him, as you always have. And in your heart, though you were not conscious, there was always that trust between you two. And as he got you to someone, a doctor that he had known, he prayed that you'd be okay. And he looked up at the sky. He looked up and saw the vast world around you. And he hoped that the one precious thing in his life would not be taken away from him. Not when he meant the world. You were everything that he had to wake up for. Everything that made him want to see the future. The next day. You couldn't leave him now. It was too soon. And he was lucky. And so were you. When you woke up a couple days later, you felt very tired. You were still injured, and you wouldn't be able to walk for a few days. But he was sitting there by your side, and you gave him a soft smile. Oh, Muichiro, I'm really sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened, but... Shut up, he said. And you were worried he was angry or something, before he took you in his arms, hugging you tight and kissing your cheek. I'm just glad that you're okay, Wayan. You're my entire world. And don't you dare go away like that, okay? Alright, Muichiro. I got it. You really have to be careful from now on, especially if you don't want him losing you early on.